para sa'yo. At para sa kanila. Ma, Pa, ako naman ngayon. Walang iwanan. Palaging sama-sama. PNB, every step together.
The right hydration matters.
To perform.
To win.
To rise.
With Summit Natural Drinking Water.
Fuel your peak with the right hydration with the right minerals. Rise to the summit.
Ang hari, may angking galing. Ang hari, nasa puso ang lakas. Ang hari, may kakaibang tapang. Andito na ang bagong Leon Extra Strong Beer. Bangis ng dating, bangis ng sarap, bangis ng kagat. Leon Extra Strong Beer. Tikman ang bangis ng Leon. Sa bangis ng Leon!
Pagod na, Mi.
Ako nga gutom na eh.
Daming ganap, no? Kaya feeling low. Load up with Vitamilk.
Running 4 rounds!
Running away!
Loaded sa protein energy.
Ilang flavors kaya mo?
Unahan sa 8!
Double choco? Strawberry? Ube!
Loaded sa sarap.
Hirap pag-memorize sa script.
Vitamilk muna?
Loaded with Omega Nutri Plus.
Word? May word pa.
Ay, si Inspired.
Load up with Vitamilk.
Biggest role ko, maging kasangga ng mga manggagawa. Magbigay ng lakas ng loob sa mga panahon ng panghihina. Magbukas ng oportunidad pag nawawalan na ng pag-asa. Dahil yan ang tatak ng matatag. Tatag mo, tatak obra.
Open up to new adventures with Tanduay flavored mixes. Try in a citrusy sweet blend or a strong ginger flavored smoothness. Open up to your new best memories with Tanduay flavored mixes. Drink responsibly.
Sabi nila, blood is thicker than water. In our family, pure love rules. Di man related by blood.
Ayabot! Ayabot! Ayabot!
I love you.
Blended and bonded by pure love. I love you. Love is pure. Love is absolute.
Ayabot!
Anak, kumusta ka na dyan sa barko?
Ito, pagod, pero kaya pa rin.
Ang tunay na matibay, Tanduay ang tagay. 170 years nang nagbibigay ng swabing hagod at tama.
Pero iba pa rin dito sa atin.
Dito? Para sa tunay na matibay, tibay Tanduay.
Nako, ngayon pa talaga.
Pag magaan ang samahan, laging maaasahan. Sabayan pa ng swabe at magaang inumin, Tanduay Light, gaan ng may kasama.
Cut! Kulang pa eh.
Huwag papipigil kahit sarili ang kalaban.
Just take your shot.
Tanduay Select. Aged in oak barrels for that sweet caramel rum taste.
Great! Take your shot.
Tanduay Select. Drink responsibly.
Laging paalala ni Tay ang mga turo ni Lolo. Yung halaga ng bawat hakbang, ang mga hakbang mo sa umpisa. At mga hakbang na magkakasama. At ang mga hakbang sa mas magandang buhay. Sabi niya rin, madadapa at madadapa ka.
Hindi, ito.
Good evening, everyone, and we are down to our final game of the day between ETON Century Park Hotel and Philippine Airlines on the opening day of the 2025 BKT Inter-Sister Cup. Starting for ETON Century Park Hotel, Querido, Tan, Santiago Albano, and Garcia. For Philippine Airlines, Ezer Lim, Martin Betia, C, Marinas, and Hipolito. Philippine Airlines wearing the white tops with blue shorts, while ETON wearing the maroon and black. And we are underway. 2 tries, and finally it goes in for Kevin Marinas. First quarter brought to you by Century Park Hotel. Gago de Abaz together with Coach Jonkay de Guzman for one more time. And Jonkay, we saw, before this game, on paper, Philippine Airlines, one of the toughest teams in the league. But one thing trumps it all when we saw that ETON Century Park Hotel has a dream team of coaching staff in Mactan and Buboy Mata.
Yes, tsaka they have some familiar names, names that players that we've covered in other leagues, in the likes of Mitchell Tan, Simon Alejo. So, in a way, itong si ETON has a formidable lineup. With Philippine Airlines naman, we were mentioning earlier that on paper, mabigat, loaded yung lineup ni Philippine Airlines. But the question is, come game time, could they filled in yung full lineup nila because of the availability of their players. Which, yan, some of the names in our roster, wala sila in today's game.
Yeah, that's true, including yung some of the names like, say, Aiki Herrera, Manoj Shandumal. They're not suited up today. So some of the former college names na, it's part of the lineup.
Yeah.
Or even Joseph Temponco, not even here at the venue today.
Pero present today for Philippine Airlines, they have Ezer Lim and Jeric Fortuna. Yeah, plus their coach also, you mentioned the coaches earlier, they have Gerard Castor and Louis Pasamati, who were also college players for the College of St. Benil.
Yes. So basically, it will be a chess match between these two coaches. And also, even more so for the players. As you see, Batia with a steal. And it's just a 5-3 game in favor of PAL. And nasabi sa akin, by the way, ni Coach Gerard Castor before this game na actually they challenged yung Asia Brewery Cobra Rice in the finals, which was eventually won by Asia Brewery. So I guess yun na nga, baka rin na yung dahil nga kinulang sa players or even hindi consistent ang rotation.
Yeah, yung rotation.
Yeah.
Kasi yung rotation mo would also, I mean, the attendance of the players would also affect the rotation of your players. Kung sino ba yung consistent na nandun, sino yung mga tamang kombinasyon mo would affect that. So that could have been a factor, nothing to take away from Cobra, pero yun nga, maraming factors especially with a corporate league like this.
Yes.
Talagang factor ang trabaho.
Oo. As you saw earlier, ito si Matthew Querido hitting the second three-pointer brought to you by Lufthansa Technique. Earlier on, it was Mitchell Tan knocking down a three-pointer as well. So, kaya 3-point lead for Century Park Hotel ETON. 1-point lead for the maroon and black. They try to go down low to Ezer Lim. To no avail, and now here comes ETON Century Park Hotel. Extra pass, but what a block from the help side for Diony Hipolito.
Yes.
By my recollection, alam kong player rin itong si Diony Hipolito once upon a time. I'm just trying to put a finger saang university siya. It's down to the last 5:54 of the first quarter.
Pick and pop for Mon Alejo, pero sobra yung niya. Nice play sa
Yeah. The up and under move missed by Jerk Fortuna. Now here comes ETON. Here's the attack by Matthew Querido at the stop at pop three, but there was a help side block right there coming from Steve De La Cruz. On the second try, a miss for John Garcia. De La Cruz floats it up and gets the friendly bounce. Ayun, Diony Hipolito pala played for UP. UP Fighting Maroons during that era where they went 0 for 14.
So, forgettable era pala yung laruan ni Diony Hipolito. Pero nevertheless.
Yeah, pero kasabayan niya Jeric Fortuna. When Fortuna was still with UST. Si Ezer Lim, parang siya na yung one of the veterans steering this team.
Yeah.
Tignan mo naman Mitchell Tan with that Smitty.
Yeah. Ayan, speaking of veterans, ito si Mitchell Tan. Walang kakupas-kupas si Mitchell Tan. Very crafty scorer.
Yes. Here's a step through by Steve De La Cruz, and there is a foul on the play.
To si Steve De La Cruz showing the bag early.
Yes.
Kanina, absorb the contact, step back, fadeaway jumper. Ngayon naman, yung shiftiness niya towards the rack, pinapakita niya sa atin.
It's a 1-point lead here for PAL. They could extend it to as high as 3. First free throw is good for Steve De La Cruz.
Diego, we were mentioning early, diba? Yung both teams have, PAL has the likes of, yun nga, yung mga college players mo in Aiki Herrera, Manoj Tanduay.
Yeah.
Tapos, ex-PBA player and UST legend in Jeric Fortuna. Pero, yun nga marami sa gantong liga. You have, like, people who didn't really play college ball, pero could ball.
Exactly.
Ayan, yung perfect example tong si Steve De La Cruz, di ba?
There we go. Actually, minsan, they just fly under the radar. Pun intended.
Tsaka, like, the Philippines being a basketball crazy country, dime a dozen yung magaling mag-basketball diba? So, pero iilan lang yung nabibigyan talaga ng opportunity, pero not necessarily those players who aren't household names couldn't ball, diba? Parang ganun.
Great timing right there for the rebound and putback for Moises Teñoso. Pero sabi rin kasi nila na sometimes when there are players that just either fly under the radar or it also takes the right system kasi for a player to thrive. What if let's say you played college ball, you played what else? You played commercial basketball, pero if you're not in the right system rin kasi you're not going to thrive as a player.
Yeah, hindi ma-showcase siguro yung talents mo, or if yung skill set mo ba is suited sa pinuntahan mong team.
Oh, that could have been a highlight play right there for CJ Ramos, but he threw the ball away. 3:08 remaining here in the first quarter. So right now, parang nagpo-pull pa ng punches ang parehong koponan. PAL right there having a hard time, showing ETON a hard time so far. And look at that, the putback, the tip in by Rayan Relucio. 2 minutes and 40 left here in the opening frame. Now ETON trying to survey the floor. 14 on the shot clock. Now in the hands of Jay Yap. Yap gets rejected by Von Yu. Scramble for the loose ball. Won by PAL. Here comes Steve De La Cruz. Gives it up to Relucio. Extra pass. CJ Ramos. Too strong. Rebound secured by Arwin Albano. Now Moises Teñoso gave it up here to Arwin Albano. So right now Mitchell Tan will get to do some playmaking duties. Mitchell Tan gives it up to that's Albano, and there's a whistle on the floor.
It's something to look at, Diego. Si Mitchell Tan is a very ball dominant player. Not in a negative way, pero he plays point guard, same time pwede rin siyang points guard, and he uses a lot of ball screen. So it's intriguing to see kung in the previous play hina-hard show siya yung ball screen ng defense sa ball screen. So tignan natin, si PAL has, in a way, in this liga, has a youth advantage as compared to other teams. So, tignan natin if they'll keep on doing that as we progress with this game, na pressure in and make Mitchell Tan pass the ball.
Yes. Let's take a look one more time at that Arwin Albano 3-point play opportunity creation, and fails to convert, unfortunately. But while you were talking, itong si Coach Mactan decides to pull itong si Mitchell Tan to give him some rest for the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. Steve De La Cruz rises for the jumper, left it short. Rebound secured by Arwin Albano. Now Albano still on it. Von Yu. Little crowded there.
Yeah.
Atop the key, and that is a nifty reverse layup for Raymond Chua.
Yeah, Raymond Chua, another veteran also from previous leagues that have been covered. So, in a way, may chemistry na rin tong mga players na to with the likes of Mon Alejo, Raymond Chua, Michel Tan.
Si Chef pala to, si Chef Raymond Chua. There we go. Played for St. Peter the Apostle School sa alumni leagues that we've covered. 49 seconds left and we have our first ceasefire of the game with Century Park Hotel ETON leading by 1. This timeout is brought to you by Modern Fox. .49 seconds remaining in the first quarter of this fifth and main game of your opening day here in the BKT Inter Sister Cup 2025. Still coming to you from the newly renovated Tanduay Gym in Quiapo, Manila. Again, such a beautiful place to hoop. And all of these players today very lucky to be taking the court today here. A great defense by Pal, but unfortunately, that's more hustle points there for Arwin Albano.
Yeah, Arwin Albano has been impacting the game so far through his craftiness. I mean, he can score, he could pass, he could rebound. So that's why ETON Century Park is in the lead.
And that will end the first quarter of action as that shot at the buzzer just rattled out. At the end of one, ETON Century Park Hotel leading by 3 against PAL, 16-13. As we take a look at our highlights from the first quarter.
Yes, Diego. Philippine Airlines started the game really hot, but ETON was able to match the intensity and the scoring of PAL. Towards the end of the quarter, medyo, two teams are clearly matched. So, let's see if the trend continues na dikitan sila towards the end game.
Yes, we see that Mitchell Tan nifty layup earlier for ETON Century Park Hotel. We'll be back with second quarter of action.
Ang biggest role ko, maging kasangga ng mga manggagawa, magbigay ng lakas ng loob sa mga panahon ng panghihina, magbukas ng oportunidad pag nawawalan na ng pag-asa. Dahil yan ang tatak ng matatag. Tatag mo, tatak Cobra.
Open up to new adventures with Tanduay flavored mixes. Try in a citrusy sweet blend or a strong ginger flavored smoothness. Open up to your new best memories with Tanduay flavored mixes. Drink responsibly.
Sabi nila, blood is thicker than water. In our family, pure love rules. Di man related by blood.
This is the continuing action in the BKT Inter-Sister Cup 2025. Opening day, 5th game. ETON Century Park Hotel extending their lead to 5 against Philippine Airlines, 16-13. And the second quarter of action is brought to you by Century Park Hotel. My name is Diego Dapaz and I'm joined by Coach Junkay de Guzman. Coming to you from courtside here at Tanduay Gym in Quiapo, Manila. And Coach Junkay, what has impressed you about ETON Century Park Hotel against what is a talented team on paper in Philippine Airlines?
So far, yung chemistry nila, their passing, their ability to challenge. I mean, in corporate leagues, malaking factor yung youth. With how ETON is playing, they've been playing na very unselfishly. So at the same time, makikita mo yung passing, there's yung gameplay talaga. Alam mong sanay sila to play with each other.
Yeah, malaking bagay rin kasi na you know how to play with one another.
Tsaka siguro with the experience advantage, makikita mo kaya nanenegate nila yung youth din ni Pal eh.
Yeah.
Not only with chemistry, pero yung kumbaga may gulang eh.
Yeah, may gulang.
Hindi yung gulang na nananakit pero yung kumbaga gulang na you take away a certain advantage of the opponent. Yun yung ginagawa ni ETON eh. They play it physical, they play it as a team. So, kaya they're up in this game.
Yeah, not only that, one thing about a Mactan coach team is that minsan some of these players do not know they have it in them, pero once Mactan handles a team, the best is brought out in every one of his players.
Yan, as a coach kasi yung gifts doesn't only come in X's and O's eh. It's seeing someone, yung potential in someone eh, na minsan hindi pa alam ng player na magaling siya, pero if yung skill set or yung drive ng player shoot sa system niya, dun mag-feed on yung coach to give minutes to a certain player.
14 seconds on the shot clock now for Philippine Airlines, and they turn the ball over once again, and ETON slowly bringing up their lead, and Chef Raymond Chua cooking up another basket in transition. It's now an 8-point lead.
Itong let's see, ETON is slowly building a lead. In the earlier game, itong si UEA versus UERM, parang you could see runs eh.
Yes.
Early on, UERM built like a 8-point lead. Tapos we saw UE slowly claw back into the game. So let's see kung yung trend na yun, Diego, I mean yung ganong pattern, same in this game.
Oh, and what a rejection there by Diony Hipolito on a driving Mandeep Brar. And in transition, the finish right there for Steve De La Cruz. And maybe it is a game of runs, and medyo kita na rin natin dun.
So far, Steve De La Cruz has been the #1 scoring guy for PAL. That's why hindi talaga nakakalastong si ETON in this game.
Screen set for Raymond Chua. And tinan mo yung movement without the basketball, resulting in that John Luna De Leon layup.
Yung amuyan, iba eh.
Yeah.
Diego.
Hindi, iba rin talaga yung pasahan and the way that they're moving.
Yeah.
And that was a nice, nifty leave by Matthew Querido, finding an open John De Leon underneath the basket for the deuce. And a chance for ETON to make this a 9-point ball game. Bonus free throw made. And now disadvantage at 9 points. Shot clock down to 16. Early attack on that possession, but a miss from long range for Kevin Marinas. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell Tan feeds the ball to Matthew Querido at the corner. Back to Mitchell Tan. Tan driving the left lane. The runner off the glass. And that was great use of the shot clock and also the great ball passing for ETON.
Medyo linal nila yung defense. Itong si Mitchell Tan, yung ball screen niya, yung reversals. Tapos nung nag-relax yung defense, nakita niya yung gap. Doon niya inatake yung lane.
7 on the shot clock here for PAL. Betia, top of the key 3, off the mark. On the putback, a miss by Kevin Marinas. And that says, John Dave Angeles says, the buck stops there.
So far, si ETON has been forcing PAL. I mean, they've been showing the lane na pinapadrive nila. Pero once si PAL attacks the rim, nagka-clog sila lahat eh.
Yun.
Na nagpo-force ng emergency pass. So far, si Pal hasn't been really consistent with hitting their shots. They've made some, pero not enough to force ETON to space out, hard close out.
As you see one more time, the craftiness of a veteran in Jerick Fortuna is able to get that foul on that last play. Fortuna misses the bonus. 5 minutes and 20 remaining in the second. Are in the hands of Matthew Querido. Mitchell Tan, a nice feed inside. Again, the way that these players for ETON Century Park Hotel, they're right now they're playing as champions in their own role. As star players in their own role, they're starting to embrace it, and we could see it as early as now. 5:01 remaining here in the second. This timeout brought to you by Modern Fox.
Sabi nila, blood is thicker than water. In our family, pure love rules. Di man related by blood.
Ayabot. Ayabot. Ayabot.
I love you.
Blended and bonded by pure love. I love you. Love is pure. Love is absolute.
Ayabot.
This is the BKT Inter-Sister Cup 2025 opening day. We're down to the final game of our 5 games today. And what has been an entertaining matchup between ETON Century Park Hotel and Philippine Airlines has turned into a ETON-controlled second quarter, 26-17 at the moment. 6 on the shot clock, and it's a kickball against Jerick Fortuna. So it's going to be a fresh 14 on the shot clock. And during the break, Coach Jongkai, we were talking about how different these two squads are. Well, si Coach Gerard kasi I believe from our conversation, it seemed to me like he just took over the program starting this season. And looks like he's trying to at least give some semblance of order, especially that they're coming off that finals loss at the hands of Asia Brewery Cobra Rice.
Yeah, siguro yun nga, parang since it's first year with this team, first league together, nandun pa yung familiarity with the system, with each other's roles as compared to ETON, who've been playing sometime together. So, yun nga, sabi mo, they're champions at their roles. Their roles are defined. That's why when they play, it's easy for them to execute what Coach Mactan wants to do inside the court.
That three-pointer by Mandeep Brar goes wayward. And in transition, Betia's shot a little too strong, but first a foul called by one of our trail referees. That's a foul in transition for Arwin Albano. There'll be 2 free throws here for Martin Betia. First free throw is good for Martin Betia. It's down to an 8-point ball game. Late in the first half. It's down to a 7-point lead for ETON Century Park Hotel. Mitchell Tan calling the play here. Oh, and that pass, a little dangerous, that was picked off by Kevin Marinas.
Medyo nagka-mix up sila on what, parang they weren't sure on which play they want to call.
Time to shoot here for ETON Century Park Hotel. Lefty 3 off the mark, unfortunately for Jay Yap. But on the reset, Mitchell Tan. All the confidence in the world with that shot, and we know it personally.
Yeah. We've seen that so many times.
Way too many times. Oh, here comes Pal. They kick it out. And another three-pointer for Jeric Fortuna.
Siguro, for Pal, that's one guy that they should get going. I mean, we know, like us, growing up na familiar tayo sa capabilities ni Jeric Fortuna.
Yes.
So, siguro yung initiation ng offense, yung should go through Jeric Fortuna.
Yeah.
So far, parang cruising pa lang siya eh. And
Yes.
ETON hasn't thrown any schemes at Jeric Fortuna. So siguro, for Pal to keep going, siguro maging kapitan muna talaga si Jeric Fortuna sa offense nila.
Top of the key three and a miss there by Matthew Carrido. Actually, speaking of kapitan, I had a quick chat with Ezer Lim before this game na sabi niya sa akin, out of this lineup, only 3 are airline pilots.
Oh.
So most of these are part of the FA crew.
That's why.
And the shot is good there for Martin Betia, and this cuts their deficit down to just 4 points with 2:14 left. Coach Mac Tan, the master of adjustments, calls that last timeout, and it's brought to you by Modern Fox.
Sabi nila, blood is thicker than water. In our family, pure love rules. Di man related by blood.
Ayabot. Ayabot. Ayabot.
I love you.
Blended and bonded by pure love. I love you. Love is pure. Love is absolute.
Ayabot.
The right hydration matters.
To perform.
To win.
To rise.
With Summit Natural Drinking Water.
Fuel your peak with the right hydration with the right minerals. Rise to the summit.
We are 2 minutes and 14 away from hitting the halftime break of this main game on your opening day here in the BKT Inter-Sister Cup 2025. And Eton going for that long ball, and J-Yap delivers.
Siguro, this is one guy, itong si J-Yap, Pal should watch out for. Kasi very simple yung laro, piso-piso lang eh.
Yeah,
Pero
piso-piso paraiso.
I think naka 7-8 points na si J-Up in this game na.
Yeah.
Yun nga, I mean, the Eton guys are being champions in their roles eh. I mean, ito si J-Up, if it doesn't have the shot, pasa. Very simple lang basketball.
Oh, actually, it's a simple game. But sometimes if you try to do it alone, well, it's going to be a hard time for you as a player on a team.
Yeah.
Betia steps into a 3. That was short.
Si Betia, after making his first 3, hasn't converted in his previous attempt. So, law of averages kaya to later in the second half if he shoots some more.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Chef Raymond Chua also back in the ball game. And Pal down by just 7 at the moment. So, konting playtime there for Coach Mactan and Jeric Fortuna.
Light moment.
Oh, Mitchell Tan missing that 3-point attempt as Ethan tried to shoot for the moon. And a foul in transition here. Might be free throws for... Yeah, it will be free throws for Jeric Fortuna as Ethan Century Park Hotel already over the limit with under a minute remaining here in period number 2. Returning to the ball game is John De Leon. So Jeric Fortuna hits the first of 2.
Dito sa second quarter, Diego, parang towards the end, itong si Jeric Fortuna has been more assertive, more aggressive with his offense. A guy who we haven't heard from early in the first quarter, itong si Steven De La Cruz. Parang sinocase na yung talent niya early pero hindi na natin naramdaman towards the end of the half.
May tawag dun eh. May tawag dun sa una lang nagpapakita tapos
intro boys ba?
Intro boys. So parang biglang naging sikat ulit yung term na yun.
Yeah.
Tapos ngayon pala slang na pala siya na sa una lang magaling.
Yeah.
25 seconds remaining. Mitchell Tan, veteran move, gets KQ, Kyle Quintos, flying up in the air and giving up that foul on the veteran.
Yun yung mga pang Sunday club na moves na tinatawag nila. I'm sure si Mitchell Tan marami siya niyan. Hindi lang yan.
Actually, itong si Kyle Quintos, kalaro ko yan sa isang set of runs every Wednesday sa Bel Air together with another broadcast partner, si Justin Almeida.
Oh, yeah, Justin.
Yeah, si Justin Almeida, also, by the way, a pilot. So, somehow, rin siya he knows the circle of people within the industry. Of course, shout out to Justin Almeida. And of course, yung aking partner earlier, si Coach Bam Ledesma.
Yes, of course, Coach Bam.
12 seconds remaining, and Kyle Quintos, the master of the ISO moves, decides to give it up. And the three-pointer a little too strong for Joshua Betia. 1 second left from half court. The shot, nearly went in for Matthew Querido. But at the halftime break, ETON takes this lead over PAL, 32-25. As we take a look at the highlights from the first half of play.
Yes, Diego. In the first half of play, itong si ETON has been playing team ball really well. As we mentioned earlier, yung familiarity with each other's games, their roles, the system, yun yung naging advantage ni ETON. That's why they're in the lead in the half. Itong si PAL naman, may konting kapaan. They started out well, pero siguro it's nice to see more team play for PAL dahil may pagka-individual yung plays nila. So let's see second half if mag-adjust sila.
Ang biggest role ko, maging kasangga ng mga manggagawa, magbigay ng lakas ng loob sa mga panahon ng panghihina, magbukas ng oportunidad pag nawawalan na ng pag-asa. Dahil yan ang tatak ng matatag. Tatag mo, tatak obra.
Open up to new adventures with Tanduay flavored mixes. Try in a citrusy sweet blend or a strong ginger flavored smoothness. Open up to your new best memories with Tanduay flavored mixes. Drink responsibly.
Sabi nila, blood is thicker than water. In our family, pure love rules. Di man related by blood.
Ayabot. Ayabot. Ayabot.
I love you.
Blended and bonded by pure love. I love you. Love is pure. Love is absolute.
Anak, kumusta ka na dyan sa barko?
Ito, pagod, pero kaya pa rin.
Ang tunay na matibay, Tanduay ang tagay. 170 years nang nagbibigay ng swabing hagod at tama.
Pero iba pa rin dito sa atin.
Dito? Para sa tunay na matibay, tibay Tanduay.
Nako, ngayon pa talaga.
Pag magaan ang samahan, laging maaasahan. Sabayan pa ng swabe at magaang inumin, Tanduay Light, gaan ng may kasama.
Cut! Kulang pa eh.
Huwag papipigil kahit sarili ang kalaban.
Just take your shot.
Tanduay Select. Aged in oak barrels for that sweet caramel rum taste.
Great! Take your shot.
Tanduay Select. Drink responsibly. Laging paalala ni Tay ang mga turo ni Lolo. Yung halaga ng bawat hakbang. Ang mga hakbang mo sa umpisa. At mga hakbang na magkakasama. At ang mga hakbang
sa mas magandang buhay. Sabi niya rin, madadapa at madadapa ka. Pero yun, tuloy lang sa paglakad. Pag may hamon, humugot ka. Sa mga tinuro ng bawat yapak, sa bawat hakbang mo, mararating mo ang tagumpay. Ang ambisyon ng bagong buhay. Para sa'yo. At para sa kanila. Ma, pa, ako naman ngayon. Walang iwanan. Palaging sama-sama. E&B, every step together.
The right hydration matters.
To perform.
To win.
To rise. With Summit Natural Drinking Water.
Fuel your peak with the right hydration with the right minerals. Rise to the summit.
Ang hari may angking galing. Ang hari nasa puso ang lakas. Ang hari may kakaibang tapang. Andito na ang bagong Leon Extra Strong Beer. Bangis ng dating, bangis ng sarap, bangis ng kagat. Leon Extra Strong Beer. Tikman ang bangis ng Leon. Sa bangis mong Leon!
Pagod na, Mi.
Ako nga gutom na eh. Daming ganap, no? Kaya feeling low. Load up with Vitamilk. Running 4 rounds.
Running away.
Loaded sa protein energy.
Ilang flavors kaya mo?
Unahan sa 8.
Double choco, strawberry, ube.
Loaded sa sarap.
Hirap pag-memorize sa script.
Vitamilk muna.
Loaded with Omega Nutri Plus.
Word per word pa.
I see inspired.
Load up with Vitamilk.
Our second round starting five brought to you by ETON. On your screens right now, that's for ETON Century Park Hotel, Querido Yaptan, De Leon Albano, for Pal, Yu Ramos de la Cruz, Hipolito, Ezer Lim as well, together with Jeric Fortuna. Third quarter of action brought to you by Century Park Hotel, Manila. Mitchell Tan tried to go for a heat check coming off the break, but misses from beyond the arc. And Coach Yongkai, we'll take a look at the numbers so far. So far, it's been the bench of ETON Century Park Hotel that's brought the spark in their fight, 17-6.
Yes, yung contributions talaga off the bench. If you can't get anything. I'm not completely anything from his starters, but it's important that the second unit could sustain yung performance ng first, or better kung mahigitan pa nila. So in that case, that's why Eton Century Park is in the lead because of their bench contributions.
Yeah, and also itong Eton Century Park had an 11-point lead here in the first half, but right now it's just down to 2 points at the moment. And Pal could tie this one. Fortuna drops it off, and the layup is good for Kevin Marinas.
Yeah, so that's a 7-0 run for Pal. So tignan natin kung magiging game of runs din ba to, because Eton was able to build a lead because of a mini run, and itong si Pal now in the third quarter, they've opened it up with a 7-0 run to tie the game.
8:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Now in the hands of Jay Yap. As you mentioned earlier, one of the guys that Pal should stop, and they did right there. Johnny Hipolito with the steal found an open teammate in Kevin Marinas, who missed that layup against heavy Eton defense.
If there's one thing that Pal is doing right now is forcing Eton to make mistakes and push the pace from those mistakes. That's why they were able to tie this game.
5 seconds on the shot clock here for Eton. They need to put up a shot here. 1 second on the shot clock. That emergency jumper missed by Arwin Albano.
And it's very evident to start the quarter, Diego. Mas physical, yung mas in your face yung defense ni Pal. That's why Eton is having a hard time executing their sets.
See right there, Steve De La Cruz getting the hoop, the harm, the three-point play the hard way. And that was a tough angle, by the way.
And so, and so far, Diego, he started the game scoring a bunch of points. We weren't able to mention his name during the latter part of the first half. Pero now in the second half, he's stringing up like 5 points already. So, yun, kailangan for Pal to be to win this game is maging consistent siya with his scoring.
Oo, kasi kanina baka yata narinig tayo na sinasabi intro boy lang yata to si Steve De La Cruz.
So hopefully hindi lang din intro ng second half.
Oh, pero a consistent player here, Jay Yap knocking down the triple, and it's brought to you by Lufthansa Technique.
Siguro tawagan din natin siyang hefty lefty. We have our own hefty lefty here in the BKT League.
Ay, tama. Shades of Jason Perkins. May shooting rin kasi. De La Cruz missing that contested three. Mitchell Tan, the crafty veteran, against ito si Diony Hipolito.
Using his veteran smarts again. Itong si Mitchell Tan, nakita niya, Johnny Hipolito was in pursuit of him. So nakita niya, nasa likod, kinage niya, and was able to fish a foul.
17 on the shot clock here for Eton Century Park Hotel. To try to swing the ball here, Jay Yap. Now to Chef Raymond Chua. 6 on the shot clock. They need to put up a shot here. Another emergency situation and a rejection by Diony Hipolito.
Good stop there for Pal.
And then some, by the way. Arwin Albano there, rejected by the former UP Fighting Maroon. Captain Ezer Lim, down low to Hipolito. Hipolito, series of fakes, and gets it in.
Hopefully that gets him going. A stop sa defensive end, then a basket sa offensive end. So, let's see kung maka-gain ng momentum si Johnny Hipolito from those two instances.
Right now, Eton a little more tentative in their movement here in the second half. Albano lets it fly, and that's a miss. Chef Raymond Chua got outboxed by Kevin Marinas. Jerick Fortuna with a little razzle-dazzle, but a miss from close range by Steve De La Cruz, and Diony Hipolito lost it on the way up.
Medyo wild sequence there for Pal.
Yes. Wild is an understatement. Captain Ezer Lim and Diony Hipolito will check out. And back in comes the youth movement led by Martin Betia.
So with those substitutions, we could expect itong si ETON to continue their own pace of the game. Medyo execute sila. Tapos si Pal naman is looking to push the ball some more. Mas fast-paced yung offensive game nila.
Chef Raymond Chua there having a little trouble on that drive to the basket. And Pal holding on to this slim 2-point lead, 37-35. Fortuna. Give it up here to Rayan Relucio. Relucio spots up from deep. Left it short. Rebound secured by Ramon Alejo. Now here comes Chef Raymond Chua. Mitchell Tan inside. Nice find to Mon Alejo for the deuce from the dunker spot.
Yes. Good dive. I mean, Mon Alejo was coming from the backcourt. Kaya buti nakita siya ng teammate niya for that under-goal stab.
Marinas kicks it out. Fortuna for 3. Left it short. Mitchell Tan with the long rebound. Mitchell Tan having a little trouble here against the defense of Rayan Relucio. Had to give it up. And that runner, that was a sorry miss for Moises Teñoso.
He wasn't able to take advantage of the good seal by Mon Alejo.
Steve De La Cruz had his pocket picked for a moment, but Marinas was there to recover and was able to fish a foul. And it's called against Chef Raymond Chua. And by the way, I'm not just saying si Raymond Chua is chef because meron siyang ginagawang let's say magic on the court. Pero he is an actual chef sa Century Park Hotel.
Oh.
Yeah. I believe yung brother yata ni Chef Raymond Chua, kasosyo naman ni Henry Inductivo sa kanyang inasal business.
Wow.
So may dalawang branches na sila, isa sa QC and isa sa may Ortigas Avenue banda. So yun. So Pal here up by 1 point against ETON. 3 minutes and 37 remaining. Oh, and that was a dangerous pass right there from Arwin Albano. And Jeric Fortuna says, see you later. And that was a costly turnover. And the timeout call here by Coach Mac Tan. Down 3 points, 40-37. 3:27 left here in the third. And this timeout is brought to you by Modern Fox. Action continues here at Tanduay Gym for the BKT Inter-Sister Cup 2025. Week 1 action between ETON and the Philippine Airlines. So this is the first of 9 weeks of basketball action in the elimination round. And then possibly reaching up to around early March if we do go the distance. Relucio with the up and under move for the finish. And Pal slowly turning the tide.
Yeah, quick trap there in the previous possession sa ball handler ng ETON. That's why they were able to force a turnover and a fast break opportunity.
2:50 remaining. Albano tried to throw the ball inside but throws it away instead. And during that break in action earlier, we said that during this third quarter, Arwin Albano somewhat becoming a liability for Eton.
It's because of yung he's holding the ball too long sa sets nila. Kailangan mas maaga yung initiation ng offense ng Eton because na-check ng physicality and ng aggressiveness ng PAL in terms of the ball handler.
Mon Alejo getting the three-point play opportunity from the fast break. Let's take a look at that one more time. That dime from Moises Teñoso finding a cutting teammate in Mon Alejo.
Yeah, Mon Alejo is having so far has been successful sa mga dives niya. Siya yung weak side big na pag nag-trail siya, nalolocate siya ng teammates and has been able to score from that, especially in this quarter. Nakadalawa na siya.
Bonus free throw missed unfortunately. And some of the sidelights that happened na nakita ako to si Coach Mactan trying to teach to si Matthew Querido a thing or two. Especially na, again, he's one of those major ball handlers here for Eton. Especially nakita natin si Mitchell Tan is slowly transitioning more into that two-guard spot.
So, for Querido, if he sees the trap setting up na so far yun yung naging trend ng PAL whenever there's a ball screen, quick trap yung ball handler once na gamitin yung ball screen. So, he needs to be more aware where his other teammates are and at the same time when to attract the double and when to make the pass.
12 seconds on the shot clock here. Betia makes the zip pass to the corner. Shot clock down to 6. Kyle Quintos makes the extra pass. Joshua Betia, emergency 3. Failed to hit the rim. Now Querido. A minute and 30 left. Swings it to Mitchell Tan. Zip pass to Mon Alejo. Telegraphed. And now Kyle Quintos. Quintos all alone for the layup. And that is a familiar sight to me when we play in our runs. He drives hard to the basket and he can score in bunches. Mitchell Tan for 3. Bang! Bang! Boom!
Well, that's another guy who could score in bunches, Diego.
Down to a 2-point ball game. And now the other Betia scores. That's Martin Betia. And that is a back-breaking three-pointer right there. 40 seconds left. Yap to Querido. 9 on the shot clock. Querido lost the basketball. And all alone, CJ Ramos off to the races and see you later. 25 seconds left. 42 to 49. PAL on top. Jay Yap and Antonio Bagion, one of our officials for this ball game, called a foul against PAL. And we are down to the final 13 seconds, and that both teams only have a foul to give before they get into the penalty this court. Querido gives it to the corner. Mitchell Tan, back-to-back triples. 49 to 45 at the buzzer. 1, 2, 3. CJ Ramos knocks it down in the nick of time. But will they count it? And yes, they do. And definitely something for PAL to build on in the next 10 minutes of action. Coach Yungkay, talk us through these highlights.
Well, it's a different PAL team in terms of defense here in the second half. They've been more aggressive, covering the passing lanes, pressuring the ball carrier, trapping the ball handler once he uses the ball screen. Though all those things, they were able to force turnovers. They were able to push the pace to their advantage, puro fast break opportunities. And they were able to answer timely three-pointers by Mitchell Tan. Kaya they're still in the lead by 7. So parang 14-point turnaround in this quarter for PAL.
That's your score at the end of 3, 52-45 for PAL. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter.
Ang biggest role ko, maging kasangga ng mga manggagawa. Magbigay ng lakas ng loob sa mga panahon ng panghihina. Magbukas ng oportunidad pag nawawalan na ng pag-asa. Dahil yan ang tatak ng matatag. Tatag mo, tatak obra.
Open up to new adventures with Tanduay flavored mixes. Try in a citrusy sweet blend or a strong ginger flavored smoothness. Open up to your new best memories with Tanduay flavored mixes. Drink responsibly.
This is the BKT Inter Sister Cup 2025. The final game of the day. The final quarter of this matchup. Right now, PAL making a run. You know, especially that they were exchanging three-pointers, including that buzzer beater coming from CJ Ramos. On that runner in the nick of time. Coach Mactan trying to find answers to this PAL adjustment in the second half.
One thing I've noticed just now, Diego, is when itong si Querido, I'm sorry, what's his last name?
Si Matthew Querido.
Querido was handed the ball handling duties. Medyo dun nag-struggle yung offense nila. So it's adjustment to look at for Coach Mactan.
This timeout brought to you by Modern Fox. Barely 30 seconds into the fourth quarter, Coach Mactan calling for that last timeout after another three hit by CJ Ramos to make this a 10-point ball game. Now the blitz here, three-pointer. That's a miss for Jay Yap. A little hurried.
Yeah.
Betia swings it to CJ Ramos. Quintos. Back to Betia for three. That one rolls out. Now here comes Arwin Albano. Albano marked here by Kyle Quintos. Albano trying to drive. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Behind the back pass to Yap. And the miss from that layup by Querido. The recovery and the three ball for Arwin Albano, and that's another Lufthansa technique three-point shot.
Timely three-pointer for Albano. It's been a while since we mentioned his name in the scoring aspect. So let's see kung mabuhayan si ETON from that three-point shot of Albano.
It's now to a 7-point ball game. Betia fakes the pass, fades, fires, but no good. Monalejo with the rebound. Now here comes Arwin Albano. Albano against Quintos. Albano trying to shake off Quintos. And there is a foul called against Kyle Quintos.
The trend continues, Diego. Kung sino yung ball handler, tinatrap nila. So forcing, the ball handler to make an emergency pass.
7:55 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Ayan, mukhang nag-dap up naman ito si Arwin Albano and Kyle Quintos after that play, and that's a steal by Matthew. Check that, that's Steve De La Cruz. Misses that three. Kyle Quintos gets the hoop. the harm, the three-point play the hard way. And PAL, right now, they have really wrested control of this game. So take a look one more time. De La Cruz misses that three. Hustle play here by CJ Ramos finds the open Kyle Quintos at the pocket. Quintos makes the bonus to make this a 10-point lead once again. 7:44 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Once again, still in the hands of Arvin Albano. Swings it to Querido. Querido fires a three, knocks it down for a Lufthansa technique. 3-point shot. 7 minutes and 20 remaining. Here's a drive. Ramos. Oh, it looks like he's the man of the hour.
Yeah.
Seems to be the man of the hour here for PAL. And we got a ceasefire on the floor. And PAL will call this timeout with 7:12 remaining in the fourth quarter. This timeout brought to you by Modern Fox.
Sabi nila, blood is thicker than water. In our family, pure love rules. Di man related by blood.
Ayabot. Ayabot. Ayabot.
I love you.
Blended and bonded by pure love. I love you. Love is pure. Love is absolute.
Ayabot. Cut! Kulang pa eh.
Huwag papipigil kahit sarili ang kalaban.
Just take your shot.
Tanduay Select. Aged in oak barrels for that sweet caramel rum taste.
Great! Take your shot.
Tanduay Select. Drink responsibly.
7 minutes and 12 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. ETON down to their last timeout, by the way, while PAL still has two. 40 seconds on the shot clock here for Philippine Airlines. We bring back in Captain Ezer Lim. CJ Ramos swings it. Steve De La Cruz. De La Cruz fires from the baseline. Overshoots the mark. And that was so close, but referee say it was off the foot of CJ Ramos.
Yes, clearly off his foot.
Less than 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. 7-point ball game. ETON still within striking distance at the moment. Jay Yap ready to give the screen, but it gets rejected. Jay Yap for three. Left it short. Offensive rebound, Mon Alejo, but misses the putback. Will go the way of PAL.
Someone din na hindi na natin masyadong nabanggit yung pangalan this game. Who wasn't able to score in the second half. Itong si Jay Yap, who was hitting it during the first half.
Yeah. Parang ano rin, intro boy.
So let's see kung gumawa pa ng plays itong si Coach Mactan to ignite itong si Jay Yap. But another man for PAL naman who has a different story from the first half, itong si CJ Ramos.
Yeah, CJ Ramos with that Lufthansa technique 3-point shot. Corner three on the way for Querido, but overshoots the mark. Kyle Quintos pocket pass. Oh, and what a rejection for Arvin Albano. Didn't need to jump on that one. 10-point ball game for PAL. And we got a couple of substitutions. Quality minutes for CJ Ramos and Kyle Quintos, both checking out of the ball game. And they bring in the closers, including Jerick Fortuna and Kevin Marinas. And Marinas off the bench. Bang, bang, boom. And that one big to make it a baker's dozen of 13, 64-51.
Slowly but surely itong si PAL, Diego, they've been building on that lead.
5:25 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. And that's another turnover for ETON Century Park Hotel. Fortuna setting up the play. Marinas back to Fortuna. Shot clock reads 14. They go to Captain Ezer Lim at the corner. Ezer Lim feeds Marinas. No look pass. Fortuna. Now they go to the corner. 3 ball. And unfortunately, Kevin Marinas could not cash in. Past the halfway mark of the 4th and final quarter. Here's the drive. And a miss for Arwin Albano, but he will go to the line for a pair.
Veteran move dun si Arwin Albano.
Yeah.
Gumawa lang siya ng gap. Then nung nakita niya yung gap, went straight to the rim.
Found a little daylight. Sometimes you just need that small glimpse of daylight and then just use that to your advantage, especially if you're a crafty veteran like Albano or even an Ezer Lim even.
True. Ito si Albano may pagka-kontra-tempo din eh. Tapos he has the length to attack the gaps.
Actually, alam mo, another missing piece for ETON Century Park Hotel that you didn't mention, pero I noticed itong si Chef Raymond Chua after an impressive first half. Kasi medyo, parang napansin ko mukhang he got winded out late in the first half and then come second half, biglang nag-disappear na rin.
Possibly, kung baga, naapektuhan siya dun.
10 on the shot clock here. Jeric Fortuna steps into a long 2 and nails it. .66 to 51 is our count. 4:17 remaining here in the 4th and final quarter. Corner 3 on the way, missed by Mitchell Tan. The reset here by Ethan. Step through and sends Captain Ezer Lim. Oh, no, that's Kevin Marinas crashing to the floor. But it's on Marinas, so it will send Matthew Querido to the free throw line. Less than 4 minutes remain here in our final game of the day on opening weekend. Or should we say week 1 of competition.
Oh, 0 of 2 for Querido.
Oh, that's tough. Fortuna to Hipolito. Hipolito back to Fortuna. Shot clock down to 12. They kick it to Marinas. Marinas fires. Couldn't knock it down. Whips up that air ball. Rebound secured by Moises Teñoso. Mitchell Tan gives it to the corner. Querido kicks it out now to Arwin Albano. Albano a little patient here. Screen set by Jay Tiap. Shot clock down to 5. Here's the drive. The lefty floater. No good for Arwin Albano, but he gets fouled and will take 2 from the line. And back in the ball game comes Rian Relucio. 3 minutes and 17 left here in the 4th quarter. Albano missing the front end of 2 free throws.
Diego, si Eton has clearly been struggling here in the second half. Not only in their sets, but also in their free throws. I mean, they've managed to create situations where they get fouled going towards the basket. Pero unfortunately for them, they aren't able to convert with those free throws.
Yeah, they just went 0 for 2 right there. Arwin Albano missing both free throws. Now Fortuna calling for the play.
For PAL naman, they're clearly milking the clock. They pushed the pace earlier in the second half, got the lead. I mean, cut the lead, got the lead. Now they built a lead. Tapos ngayon, binabagalan na nila yung pace ng game.
Querido gets called for the foul. It will send Ivan Mendoza to the free throw line. 2 minutes and 56 left, midnight hours of this 5th and final battle. And that is 6'7".
Gen Alpha term, Diego.
May iba naman.
Yeah. Kasi medyo luma yung mga reference natin kanina.
Oh.
So at least alam pa rin natin kung ano yung uso.
Oo naman. Pero eventually when the younger generations hear us, the older generations using that, they might think it's already uncool.
Yeah, they'll be annoyed for sure.
And stop it altogether. Pero Mitchell Tan, long two with his toe on the line. It's now 68-53 for PAL. 2 minutes and 35 remaining. KQ, the runner, a little too strong off the window. Now here comes Querido, pushing the pace. Querido attacks the left lane, and Querido nearly went all the way. But the rebound right there by Ryan Relucio. 2 minutes and 19 left here in the fourth and final quarter. Century Park Hotel, ETON, with a foul to give. Kyle Quintos tried to make a nifty pass to Ivan Mendoza. And we are down to the last 2 minutes of the game. Brought to you by Century Park Hotel. And Mitchell Tan still won't give up on this game. Though they're down by 13, but the question is, do they have enough time?
Yes.
Yap with the steal, and Querido starts his fast break. Yap attacking. Yap gets rejected, but gets rejected by Steve De La Cruz. He's not scoring consistently here in the second half, but he's still showing up on defense. Minute and 38 remaining in the fourth, and Coach Mactan burns his final timeout with a minute and 38 remaining in the fourth. This timeout brought to you by Modern Fox.
Sabi nila, blood is thicker than water. In our family, pure love rules. Di man related by blood.
Ayabot! Ayabot! Ayabot!
I love you.
Blended and bonded by pure love. I love you. Love is pure. Love is absolute.
Ayabot!
Ako, ngayon pa talaga.
Pag magaan ang samahan, laging maaasahan. Sabayan pa ng swabe at magaang inumin, Tanduay Light, gaan ng may kasama.
This final game of the BKT Inter-Sister Cup 2025 opening day. When I arrived here at the venue, the sun was shining, and now we are already in pitch black conditions outside. And off that timeout, a miss unfortunately for Jay Yap.
Good knockout play. Unfortunately, they weren't able to convert on it.
There's a foul called against Matthew Querido. Minute and a half remaining here in this final period of play. So it will be two shots for Philippine Airlines. So that will be Ryan Relucio heading to the free throw stripe. First free throw is a miss, unfortunately. Relucio hits the second free throw. A nice lead for PAL, 69-55. Querido. Now they go to the corner. Mitchell Tan, short on that three, hits the side of the backboard. Oh, and they reverse the call. Will stay with ETON Century Park Hotel. 14 seconds on the shot clock. J-Yap. Nobody wants to shoot that basketball.
They don't have the luxury of time. That's why they need to rush into their shots. Pero unfortunately, ayaw. Nagkakahiyaan pa tumira.
Yeah. 14-point ball game in favor of PAL. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They go to the corner. Dagger for Rayan Relucio. That three-pointer brought to you by Lufthansa Technique.
From what I've noticed, Diego, that's one of their go-to plays. Si PAL is equipped with able shooters, kaya ginagatasan nila yung play na yun.
Yeah, not even more so that they use up so much clock that they are not allowing ETON to have that opportunity to make a comeback in some way.
True.
48.7 seconds left here in this final frame. And also for the final time for the day. Once again, this is Diego De Paz together with Coach Junkay De Guzman. One of two from the free throw line for Arwin Albano. 72-56. De La Cruz. And it seems to be a one ball game already with the body language of ETON. Mitchell Tan. Oh, that was a bobbled play right there for Moises Teñoso. Querido overshoots the mark on the three. Yap launches it, but fails to make it count. And PAL will just dribble this one out. Your final score, PAL over ETON Century Park Hotel, 72-56. Coach Junkay, your final thoughts on this opening day victory for PAL?
A tale of two halves, Diego. First half, it was ETON. They were dictating the pace of the game. They were executing really well. Second half, PAL was able to dictate the pace. They played aggressively on defense. They were covering the passing lanes, trapping the ball carrier. More aggressive talaga when it comes to defense. That's why they were able to force turnovers and push the pace, which was in their favor. Then once they were able to push the pace, they were able to execute and convert from those mistakes of ETON. That's why they were able to build a big margin towards the win.
Yeah. Once again, your final score, PAL becomes the fifth team to join the winning column here in this battle, here in this BKT Inter-Sister Cup 2025 opening day, 72-56. So once again, our other scores from today. PNB winning over Tanduay, 84-58. And then we also had University of the East Manila defeating UE Ramon Magsaysay Medical Center, 80-75. Then we also had Lufthansa Technique winning over PMFTC, 86-44. And in our first game, it's Cobra Rise Asia Brewery defeating Macro Asia 71-68. As we take a look at our Lufthansa Technique 3-point highlights. A lot of three-pointers in this game, especially coming the way of PAL. So that was an amazing performance for PAL. And coming up on Saturday, November 15, we will be back here at Tanduay Gym, Quiapo, Manila. PMFTC versus PNB in our opener. PAL versus UERM in our second game. UE versus Macro Asia in our midday classic. Tanduay versus the defending champions Asia Brewery. And then Lufthansa Technique Philippines versus ETON Century Park Hotel in our main game. Of course, a quick shout out to all of the hardworking people behind the scenes here in our production, our director Dion Andrade, our production head Day Andrade, of course my partner earlier, Coach Bam Ledesma, and of course my partner for the last 3 games, Coach Junkay de Guzman. My name is Yago de Paz, signing off for now. This is the opening day of the 2025 BKT Inter-Sister Cup, and we would like to bid you farewell from the beautiful city of Manila. And also, we'd like to award, by the way, our best win of the game. Brought to you by UE Ramon Magsaysay Medical Center. It's from Lufthansa Technique Philippines in that victory earlier. In their victory earlier over PMFTC. That victory, that was an 86-44 victory. Of course, once again, I'd like to bid you farewell from the beautiful city of Manila. Thank you very much and good night.
Ang biggest role ko, maging kasangga ng mga manggagawa, magbigay ng lakas ng loob sa mga panahon ng panghihina, magbukas ng oportunidad pag nawawalan na ng pag-asa. Dahil yan ang tatak ng matatag. Tatag mo, tatak obra.
Open up to new adventures with Tanduay flavored mixes. Try in a citrusy sweet blend or a strong ginger flavored smoothness. Open up to your new best memories with Tanduay flavored mixes. Drink responsibly.
Sabi nila, blood is thicker than water. In our family, pure love rules. Di man related